Good evening and welcome. He's still a little sniffly, but he's feeling better. Tonight, I'm going to be teaching you the basic alphabet. Sorry, that was loud. I'm going to be teaching you the basic alphabet of Serbian, which is, of course, spoken in Serbia. Now, a couple of notes before we dive in. This language is very similar to other languages that are spoken in the Balkan region, such as Bosnian, Croatian, I'm trying to tread lightly, Montenegrin, pretty much those three. But if you say that to anyone from that region, they won't be happy. So, we're just going to focus on the Serbian aspect tonight, and we're actually going to go to Bosnia and Herzegovina in a few weeks in my Countries of the World series. So, once we go there, we're not going to go over the alphabet because it's from what I understand, at least 99.9 the same exact alphabet as Serbian. So once we do that, we're just going to learn a lot of Bosnian phrases for that language series. So tonight, I just really want to focus on the alphabet and then just do my hello and goodbye phrases that I like to do in Serbian. Normally when I do like an alphabet, if it's fairly simple, I'll do the alphabet, numbers, and phrases, but tonight is an exception because Serbian actually has two different alphabets. They have a Latin alphabet and a Cyrillic alphabet. A couple other disclaimers that I say in all my videos. My chair is very squeaky. Apologize if that bothers you, but it's an old chair. So they... if you haven't seen my Serbia video, they have a very long and complicated history, and their language is tied into that. They descend from a Slavic race, the Serbs. So, during their ancient history, they wrote with a Slavic alphabet, which was called Glagolithic, or Glagolithic, I'm not sure. Never heard of it before until I started looking up this language. And then they adopted Cyrillic. So actually Cyrillic, which is like most famous for the Russian alphabet, was invented in what is now Serbia. So they used that to write out their language, even though if you compare the Cyrillic alphabet in Serbian to the Cyrillic alphabet in Russian, there's quite a lot of differences actually. I maybe know that. Actually 100% absolutely know that from Gentle Whispering's video she did ages ago, I think. Well, I watched it in like 2014 when she taught the Russian alphabet. Her amazing soft-spoken voice. But anyway, I might have learned Russian Cyrillic from her ASMR video, but that might have inspired my channel. But modern Serbian Cyrillic came about in 1814 because if you haven't seen my Serbia video, go check it out so you can learn the history of Serbia. Under quite a lot of turmoil between their ancient history in the 1100s, 1300s, and until the 1800s. They were in control of the Ottoman Empire between then. Didn't really have their own country or national identity until the 1800s when they fought for their independence. And then Serbian Latin came about in 1830. And they finally established their own written form, like their official written form, in 1850. So it's still a relatively new language. I mean, you think about it's 2020. 1850 was so long ago, but in human history, that's very new for a language. That's extremely new. And then in 2006 was the year that the country of Serbia officially adopted the Cyrillic script as their official language. So officially, the Cyrillic version is their official written language, but in Serbia they use the Latin and Cyrillic interchangeably. You'll see it both everywhere. They can read both. Both the Latin and Cyrillic have the same exact sounds. Both have 30 letters, the same exact vowels, the same exact consonants, same exact sounds, same exact grammar, just different symbols. So here's what we're going to do tonight. I'm going to teach you the Latin ones first because they're the most identifiable for English speakers. And then we're going to go over the Cyrillic letters. And then we're going to just do some very basic phrases and we'll call it a night. And we'll go back to these characters when we start learning about Bosnia and Herzegovina and use them with some Bosnian phrases. Sounds like a plan. Let's do it. So, to start off... Oh, that's still not dry. If you're new to my channel, hello. I love language videos, and the whole point I do this is all self-indulgence. I love language tutorials, and I feel like there's not enough ASMR language tutorials, so I decided to make my own. So I've researched this myself. I give myself a good 5 to 7 days to look up things. And there were a lot of resources for Serbian in regards to the alphabet. A lot more for phrases and actually learning the alphabet, the actual language, but not enough for just the alphabet, which is really what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for an in-depth, like, learn to be fluent in the language. I'm just looking for the alphabet so I can make a relaxing ASMR video, right? So... even though I found a lot of resources for the Serbian alphabet, I didn't find a lot of sources. Bless you, kitty. My cat's getting over a cold. He's gonna ruin the shot for a second. There he goes. I didn't find a lot of sources that explained the alphabet, so I'm going off of what I could find on the internet. I found a lot of really nice tutorials that spelled it out clearly, but didn't really explain why the sounds sound the way they are, if that makes sense. Not in the ways that I've done with other alphabets that I've researched, if that makes any sense. That's the other phrase I say a lot in this series. I don't know a lot of the whys, which I'll explain in a little bit, but let me just start off with the letter A. So let me write like Latin. So starting off with A, which is A. A is a soft sound. Let me just go soft. So it's an ah sound, like in the word, let me bring this back. I usually use father, but I like this word a lot. Awesome. Ah sound. Ah. And next is B, which is just like in English, b sound. And moving on to the C's. This is not like a C in English. This sound is a ts sound. Ts, ts. So quite like in the word it's. In San Francisco, we have a big ice cream sandwich called an It's It. It makes me think of that. It's really yummy. It's. So like this part. It's. So like the word it's, just the ending. It's. So don't see this and think s work like in English. It is a ts sound. There's 2 other C's in Serbian. And here's what I'm talking about when I say I don't really get the Y's. I understand the sounds in a sense, but I didn't find any tutorials that explained the Y's. Why they make these sounds. So there's this C, which also I always say in my language videos, I can't write anything in the same size. So I apologize if that bothers you. We have these other C's. So these both make ch sounds. ch, like in the word church. All right, oops, I can't spell. Church. Now my cat's licking himself, if you can hear that. He ruins everything now. That's like his thing now. So from what I can understand, this ch is harder than this ch. So like in the word church, how this ch is kind of harder than this ch. If that makes any sense. Like that was all that I could find. I really couldn't. My cat's really obnoxious. I couldn't really find any other explanation deeper than that. So if you are watching this and you know Serbian, please go to the comments and explain. Eventually down the road, I want to do a big corrections video because I know I've made mistakes throughout my videos and I've been keeping notes on mistakes I've made. So I want to do a whole video where I go through all the errors I've made and correct them. So if this is one of those errors, please let me know. You know, I'm not doing this to mock the language or mock Serbia in any way. I genuinely want to know, so please let me know if you have any more knowledge about it. Same with the D's. So we have 3 different D's moving along, just a regular old D, da, da sound. And then we have this, which looks like this. So I'm told this is a J sound, but then there's also this D, which is also a J sound. So from what I can gather, because I didn't get this explained to me, I just listened to a lot of tutorials very closely. From what I could gather, this is more of like a J sound, and this is more of a J sound. Does that make any sense? Like this is a J, J, this is just a J, J. Right? Like this is like a harder J, and this is just a J. See, I couldn't find anyone that could explain it more than that. Like I could just hear the sounds and I could kind of hear a difference, but I couldn't find anyone that could explain it more than that. So please, 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 if you know Serbian, please explain it to me as best you can. And to anyone else watching, because I'm sure everyone else will want to know also, because, you know, people find this interesting. I know I do. This is all moving upwards. Apologize. Let's get a little easier. Let me try to bring this back down to more of a straight line. Moving on to the E sound. This is an A sound. A. It's kind of like a hard A. Like, you know, in English we would say this is the letter A. It's more of an A sound, and I actually thought of an example the other day for this sound. In English, it's like the word egg. Egg, 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 sound, A. So that's that. It's not like an you know, it's an egg, this sound. And then a little simpler, we've got F, which is a f sound, and G, which is a g sound. Moving on down to here, we've got H, which is like in English, like a h sound, but it's a little bit in your throat. It's not a full-on guttural like sound, but it kind of is in there. It's bath time for the cat again. It is a h sound, h sound. So we don't have that sound in English. So it's not just h, but it's not like a full-on like sound like in some languages. It's in between those. So it's a h sound. I gotta use my hands when I practice it. H sound. I don't know how to write that to demonstrate. You just have to know. It's in your throat, but not all the way in your throat, just like at the top of your throat. Next we have I, which like in pretty much every language we've gone through, it is an E sound, like in the word ink. E. Almost like how you would say in English this is the letter E, right? Oh, that's confusing, how this is like A, like this letter. I'm gonna stop there before I mess myself up. Next is a J sound, which is nothing like in English. This is a Y sound. Y sound, sorry. Yeah, I'm looking at my notes. Yeah sound. The example I thought of, because like so many languages, the J is like a soft, like a Y sound. This one's so different because in most languages it's a Y sound, so I always want to go yeah. But this is a Y sound, yeah. And the example I thought of is the word yippee, or like yippee-ki-yay, yeah sound, yeah. Going a little ear, K. It's just a K sound, and L is a L sound, but all the tutorials, all the Serbian teachers I found were all L. Like, I can't even do it. They did it in their wonderful accents. Oh my gosh, there's something about those Eastern European accents that, I don't know, they're almost kind of silly. Not silly, but like, they make me smile. I don't know what it is. It's, I don't know. I think it must be listening to Gentle Whispering for almost 10 years now. 10 years? It can't be. No, like 8 years, 7 years. It just makes me feel like happy to hear those kind of accents. L sound. And this next sound I have a lot of trouble saying, and I don't know why. It's this, and it's like a L sound. It's like a L sound. L. I have a lot easier time saying it in a minute. Oh, watch this. So, like coming up, we have M, which is a M sound, N, which is a N sound, and then there's this sound, which I think I have an easy time saying because it's been in a lot of languages we've done so far. It's a N sound. So like N. And after I say N, then I can kind of say L. See, there it is. L, and N. I can say it here, but I can't say it here. I don't know why. L, and N. I don't know. It's like when I see this on its own, my brain can't do it. But if I say this sound first, then I can say it. I wish they were swapped, but it's the Latin language. Simple again. We've got O, which just like in English is pronounced O, like in English O. Simple. And then P, just like in English, P sound. Skipping Q, which isn't in this language, we have the best letter, the letter that always ruins everything in this language series, the letter R. If you've seen any other videos in this series, R always ruins everything. R does try in Serbian, in that it sometimes can be a vowel. It tries so hard. So this R is rolled. It isn't a severe roll, kind of like in this isn't like a severe throat sound. So it is slightly rolled, not severely rolled. So it's a r sound, ra. So, roll that tongue, but don't make it like a hardcore roll. Don't make it a throat roll like in French. Just gentle roll, ra. Like not like a hard roll like in Spanish. Not a throat sound, not a guttural sound. Just a simple ra. Very easy compared to other R's that we've done in this series. Thank you, R, for not being too complicated this time. Keeping my eye on you. We've got S, which just like in English is a s sound. And we have this S, which is a sh sound. So just like in English, anytime you have that sh sound, like shut, ship, what else? Like when you're trying to be very quiet, saying shh. That sound, shh sound. And then T, just like in English, t. And we have the U sound, which is an oo sound, an oo. And I've been saying in my series, I've been trying to think of an English word that has a U that makes an oo sound. And let me adjust my seat while I squeak. All I can think of lately is umlaut or umami, which are like borrowed words from other languages. So I've been trying to think of an English word that has a U with an oo sound. And I thought of one, and I feel very proud of myself. I thought of flute. Ooh. I literally can't think of anything else. I really wish I could think of one that starts with a U, but I'll take flute, so I don't have to say umami. Explain what umami means every time. Flute. Ooh. Ooh sound. Ooh. Moving on, we've got good old V, which just makes a V sound, and then we get to skip everything else and go straight on to Z, which makes a Z sound. But we're not done yet. There's one more letter. There's this. It does have an accent mark up there, and this makes a J sound. So like J sound. Now it's racking my brain trying to think of an English sound that has that J. And I thought of like the word treasure, pleasure, or measure that has that J in it. J. It's not exactly this, but it's close enough. That J sound right in the middle. So this is the Latin version of Serbian. So the Cyrillic version has all the same exact sounds. So we're not going to go over what all the sounds sound like in English again. And, has the exact same amount of letters, same exact sounds. So this is what it looks like in Latin. So let's go over it one more time while I erase, and then we'll do the Cyrillic. Set this down. Here we go. We have A, B, 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 T, 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 Ch, 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 T, 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 Ch, 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 oops, Ch, Ch, A, 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 F, 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 and G, G, G. With your throat, are you practicing along with me? I hope so. H, 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 E, 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 Y, 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 K, K, L, L. Let me try. Let me think of this first. Yeah. L, 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 M, M, N, N, Nya, Nya, Nya. O, O, P, 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 R, 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 S, S, Sh, 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 T, 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 U, 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 F, F, S, 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 Sh, 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 Sh. And that's the Latin version of the Serbian alphabet. What do you think? It's not so bad, right? Not terrible. Let's get into the Cyrillic version. Which I think is really fun. And this goes out to my German friend who leaves those awesome German comments, who always says that he can't remember the Cyrillic characters. So let's see how well you do with this. I know they are kind of confusing because some look like the Latin characters and some don't. Some look like... I'll show you. Let's do the Cyrillic. Cyrillic. Let's do it. So And they're not going to be in the same order because you know how in our alphabet, the phonetic alphabet, we go A, B, C, D, right? In Cyrillic, they have their own order. So I'm not about to put their alphabet in our order because that's kind of weird. That would be like putting like their alphabet in, or like, you know, if, you know, anyway, I'm just going to do their order. It might be confusing to us, but it won't be confusing to them. But it still starts off with A. And I'm going to write the capital and the lowercase so that when we do phrases later, it won't confuse you when you see the lowercase letter. So capital and lowercase. So this is the soft sound. So I'll put in brackets just the letter that it actually is. So this is the A. Or you know what I should do? I should write it in a different color. Why didn't I think of that before? That's way less confusing. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. That's way less confusing if I just write in a different color. Let's see. What color should we do? I mean, I just threw out a bunch of my colors because let me just grab a random one. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. What did I get? That's not a... That's a regular pen. Black. It's kind of boring, but I guess so. That's what I pulled. Okay. So this is... oh well. A. As long as you can see it. Okay. Let me go like this. Put it right here. Okay. Stay. Okay. So that's just the regular sound. Very easy, that one. Moving on to the B sound, which looks like that. And the lowercase, I've been practicing this one. Oops, I messed it up, but it looks like that. So this is the, maybe I don't need the brackets, I could just go like this. There we go. You don't need brackets. There we go. So this is the B, and it's like, sure, okay, that's B. Got it. Kind of even looks like a B, right? That's easy. But hold on to your horses, because this is the next letter. And that's the lowercase. So that's confusing, right? And this is actually the letter V. So that's weird, right? I know. I know. It's weird. It's a whole different alphabet, I know. You just kind of have to accept it and move on. This is the letter V. This is the letter B. Just keep going. This is the letter G. And that's lowercase. So this is G, G, G. And this is my favorite letter. I think because it looks like a little spaceship. It looks like that. And then the lowercase is a smaller version. Like that, I always mess it up. I think it's so cute. But this is the letter D. Da, da sound. Da, da. And kind of like in my Japanese hiragana, there are lots of little tricks you can do to memorize Cyrillic. So you can kind of look at it and try to think of your own little tricks to remember Cyrillic. Like, you know, you can always think that this kind of looks like a B and just ignore that. And maybe you could think like this looks like a doghouse or something, or this looks like a gate, or like half of a gate. You know, there's always little tricks you can do to try to remember symbols in another language. So go ahead and challenge yourself if you are really committed to learning a different language. There's always a way to learn, I promise you. And then here's the next D, and you have to be really careful with this one because there's another letter that looks just like it. So you have to make sure it looks just like that. And then the lowercase looks like this. It's really pretty. And this is the this sound, so the j sound, j. And then thankfully this is the A sound. Thankfully, exactly like in English. It's exactly the same uppercase and lowercase. Now moving on to this one. This one's so hard to write. It goes like bum bum. Ooh. That's the best I've ever written it in my entire life, you guys. And you just witnessed it. Now I gotta write it lowercase. Okay, here I go. Boom. Wow. You know, I've been practicing this symbol for years. Like, since I watched Gentle Whispering's video, I practiced Cyrillic because I actually learned the Russian alphabet and practiced it and quizzed myself, and I could never write that symbol. And look at me now. That actually looks really good. Huh. Okay. Well then, I get a gold star tonight, I guess. Anyway, this is the C sound. Oh no, it's not. It's the je sound. I lied. The next one is the regular C sound. This is je. And, oh, I have space to write the next one because it just looks like this. And this is the lowercase. And it's just a regular C sound. This one I always mess up on because it's backwards. And lowercase. It just feels so wrong to do that. This is the I sound, so E. E sound. E. And thankfully, the J sound is just like in English. Except, of course, it's pronounced y, right? Yeah. So it looks just like in English, but not pronounced like it. Moving on to good old. Their K's kind of look like that. And lowercase is just the same. Good old K. Oh, I'm writing really small. I apologize. That's just how I go. It's hard when I don't have lines. And then L, we've got like that. Oh, I wrote it kind of too long. It's supposed to be more like that. Good old L's. And then these are fun. This is the sound I can never make. It goes like reminds me of like a music note. Or you could write it like that, I suppose. And this is the Lia. I can never say it because there's nya and Lia. Nya, yeah, yeah. Sound. La, blah, 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 blah. Makes me all tongue-tied. Anyway, this is fun. I like the M because the lowercase is just a big old M. It's not like in English where it's round. It's just a big old capital M, but miniature size. And it's just the regular M. N is, to be extra confusing, is this. And this is the lowercase. So that's N. And it's not hanging off like that, I should say. That's just me writing sloppy H's. There we go. There. Very sloppy. I shouldn't say H. That's an N. That's a n sound. N sound. And then we have the nya sound. In lowercase. Nya sound. Thankfully, the O sound is just a regular old O. Gosh, I'm writing so tiny. It's because I'm trying to be very, precise. I usually never write this small unless I'm trying to squeeze in space, but there's only 30 letters and I'm writing at an angle. Oh well. Moving on, we have the P's, which look like this. And lowercase. So that's a p, p sound. R. And to make it extra confusing, our r, r sound looks like this. So that's R. I know. It's a lot, isn't it? And to make it a little extra confusing, the S sound, s is this. That's S. I know. Make it a little easier. And lowercase t is just a capital T but small. So that's the T sound. T, t. Thankfully. Moving on to the t, t sound of the C. So not this, right? It's, oh, remember when I said you have to be very precise with this one? It's because this character looks like this. So it doesn't have a little tail. And there's like a cursive version of Cyrillic. I know, like, cursive Russian is almost like a meme because it just looks like crazy squiggles. The cursive version of Cyrillic Serbian is really beautiful. I almost like wanted to do it in a video, but I was like, I'm not gonna add that stress to my life. But the cursive version of this, like this is like looped. It's so pretty. And this one isn't. So like that's how you know the difference. That this one is like very precise and this one is very curled. So this is the t, t. Oh, I forgot the lowercase. It's this. Kind of like this one. Where it's like boom, boom, and then the goes straight through there. Instead of on top. It's like that. The ooh, you sound is a Y. That's an ooh, you, ooh. I know. And then the F is this. And lowercase is like a big line and a little circle. F sound. And then the H sound is a big X. I know. If all you know is just like the English alphabet, it's a head scratcher. I know. Next we have the let me see. Oh no, I messed up. Oh, I didn't see that. This is not the it's totally lied. This is a ch. This is the I didn't see that character in my notes. My bad. Fixed it. This is the I'm gonna write it down here so I'm stop like going off this way. It goes like this. I think I wrote that wrong, but like in the wrong order. Anyway. And then the lowercase is just the same. I think it's supposed to go like this. I don't remember. This is the regular C sound. Because then next we have the last ch sound. I feel so bad, but I fixed it. Don't come at me in the comments because I fixed it. Anyway, it looks, oh, this one's really weird because it's almost this but upside down. Like that. It feels so wrong to write, and then it's just the same but like a little smaller. So it's this C, ch, the hard version. And two more. We've got, I think it is like that. The line's like down there. Lowercase version is the same but smaller. And can you figure out what's left? There's two letters left. Have you figured out what we're missing? We are missing a D and an S. So this one is j, j sound. And then we have and the lowercase the sh sound, which was this character, right? Let me double check. No, it was this character. Yeah. Doubting myself. There we go. Oh no, I did it the wrong color. You know what I meant. That one. So this is the Cyrillic alphabet. Let's double check. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. The whole Cyrillic Serbian alphabet. So let's go through them one more time and erase them one by one and practice the sounds. And then we'll do some phrases and then we'll say goodnight. So we have, let's do this side, it's wetter. Ah, ba, ba, fa, fa, ga, ga, da, da, ja, ja, a, sha, sha, sa, sa, e, ye, ka, l, hold on, I've got l, m, n, nya, o, p, ra, sa, ta, cha, sorry, I messed that up, cha, u, f, h, ts, ch, j, sh. Alright. See, it's not so hard, it's just a memorizing thing. So, as long as you practice and practice and practice and practice, you'll eventually get it, I promise. It's all it takes is just some practice. And honestly, my advice is if one language is too difficult, pick up another. Because once you start connecting the dots on another language that's maybe a little easier, your brain just kind of starts making those connections on how to pick up other languages. And it just gets easier and easier as time goes on. And then you can always come back, and I promise you, those connections will click a lot better. Alright, so I need to actually do like a deep clean of my whiteboard. You probably can't tell, you can kind of see. I need to like do a deep clean, so I'm just gonna end the video here so I can get my cleaning supplies, because I'm gonna do a German video after this and I have to do a lot of writing for that video, so I'm afraid I'm gonna like destroy this board if I don't deep clean it real quick. So let me just very quickly write out a good night to you. Let's say, I'm sorry, but like I said, when we do Bosnian, I'll do some Bosnian phrases. I'll do a lot of Bosnian phrases. I apologize to any Serbians kids who are looking forward to Serbian phrases or anyone wanted to learn any Serbian phrases, I do apologize. If you really, really do want some, I'll do another video. Just let me know. I'd gladly do it. But let me just throw in a big good night to all my wonderful viewers, and let's say Laku Noc, Laku Noc. And I'll even say it in Cyrillic. Laku Noc. Laku Noc. Good night, everyone. I'm poor bored. Can you tell? I wonder. I guess you'll find out in editing if it's terrible, but it's really awful. I can tell from up here. I gotta go deep clean it real quick. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found this relaxing, and I hope you found it educational. And like I said, if you want more, I'll gladly make more. And these loud cars too, man. A lot of loud cars went by when I was trying to fix this. Just that kind of night, I guess. And if you are Serbian or speak Serbian and want to make some corrections, please do. Don't be afraid to. I love corrections. I thrive off of them. Please give me some corrections. I don't see that as criticism. I see it as very helpful. Yeah, please just leave a nice comment, or leave a comment, leave a like. Just let me know. Let me know how your day's going. Good night, everyone. I'll stop. I'm rambling now. I need to clean. Good night, everyone.